Everywhere you go, you are likely to meet angry or rude people, whether it's the supermarket or fast food joint, malls, banks, you're likely to meet rude people. Likewise, hospitals, you're likely to meet rude nurses or doctors. And this is not me talking down on our healthcare system. It's just the reality of things. They're human beings, so they're likely to be overstimulated, especially when you're asking too many questions. So I want to talk about informed consent. That term, informed consent, simply means that as a patient, when you go to the hospital, you have the right to know what happens with your body. And on the part of the nurse or doctor or whoever is attending to you, they are duty bound, that is the healthcare provider, they are duty bound to explain to you in simple terms what the medication or procedure that is to be applied or administered to you will do to your body. That is the risk and the benefit of that medication or that procedure. Failure to do so amounts to them infringing on the patient's right of autonomy. That is the patient's right to know what happens with their body. And if something bad happens to that patient in the process, it amounts to maleficence. I'll put the word on the screen. I recently saw a video of a lady on Instagram. I think she goes by the name Zara Unscripted, where she showed us her 7-year-old child who suffered brain damage because a doctor administered a medication to her without her consent. So just have a look at that video.
Now, Ismail is 7 years old. He has severe brain damage. He doesn't sit, he doesn't walk, he doesn't talk. He's visually impaired, meaning he's medically blind. This is what lack of consent from a medical doctor cost my family. This is it. What will it take a doctor to explain to you that after giving you this injection, you will fall asleep, and after you fall asleep, definitely there's not going to be supply of oxygen to the brain of the fetus you're carrying. And this is the result. This is the consequence of an action of one human being who decided to take matters into his own hands without looking for consent, without seeking for consent from me, the person that was in labor.
The summary is that there are too many sad stories like this. Too many. Some did not survive. Some have been incapacitated forever just because there was no consent, just because they did not understand what the medication that was applied to them was meant for. So the next time you go to the hospital, it is your right, no matter how upset they look, insist. Ask questions until you get answers. In my next video, I will talk about the exceptions, that is situations where consent is not necessary. I don't want to bore you with too many details today. So thank you for watching. Share this video with your friends and I'll see you in my next video.